The question that has been frequently put to me is, how did RCT come to be? Where does it originate? And so essentially it originated with me a little over 20 years ago. So my education is science. I studied physics in Germany. I studied psychology. I studied philosophy. I got a medical degree. So I was interested in a great many things. And I love science. I love the integrity of science. I love basically everything about it. And so then after I got my medical degree, I practiced and studied classical homeopathy, which in a way is energy work because it works with information. And then I took a sabbatical from healing work. A lot of things happened. I took a sabbatical from that. I created a business and I ran this business, and it was a lot of fun. And what happened during this time was that, first of all, my staff came to me whenever they didn't feel good and asked me to put my hands on them, which yielded enormous results because whatever pain they had, it disappeared. And they tended to have some of it because the business was of an arborist, and so it's physically very challenging. So then other people started showing up, like clients of mine, where I worked on their trees, and other people showed up. And it was the same thing. I put my hands on them and these things happened where symptoms just disappeared, like sometimes within minutes, even severe symptoms. Like I remember the broken leg of a lady that healed within a matter of 30 minutes. She started walking on it because all her pain was gone and the bone had mended. Or the man who had a stroke, who was half-sided paralyzed, and the paralysis completely disappeared within 24 hours. And so that led me then to sell my business and open a practice for something. I had no idea what it was. I just knew what it did. So all I knew at that time was, when I am in a particular internal state and I put my hands on somebody, these miraculous healings happen. And then I started going around. I asked a lot of people who had a reputation for understanding energy, reading energy, and all of them said, man, we have no idea what this is that happens when you do this work. And I'm sorry, we can't help you with that. So then I accepted I'm on my own. And then I studied the work while treating people. And so I bought myself a book, I had a pen, and I wrote everything down. Because also at that time, my energetic perception started waking up big time. So I could see a lot of things, but I couldn't make any sense of them. And there were a lot of different things like geometric shapes and lights and lines and all kinds of stuff. And so for 2 years, I wrote like everything down and I saw everything. And then I started connecting the dots. And then I started understanding what it was I was actually doing, what happened in an RCT session, and how it connects to everything, the physical body, the mind, the healing of the emotions, the healing of the physical body, and all of that. And that was also the time where people were starting to ask to be trained. And I understood the energy body. I understood the different aspects of the energy body of what is, the energy body of perfection, and that RCT actually connects information from the template of perfection into the physical body, which then also explained to me why sometimes healing can be so radical and so quick that there's basically no limitation to what can heal. I also understood that this never constitutes a promise, because healing is an individual phenomenon that is dependent on a lot of different factors, many of whom I have no conscious access to. So then I started training people. People came to me and asked me, can we learn what you do? And in the beginning, that was in Germany. I said I had no idea. So I was resistant to even look into that, but they were very persistent. So eventually I said, okay, let's get together. Let's see what we can accomplish. And so we together found out that RCT actually can be trained. And that was also then in 2000, I launched a practitioner training program, also besides Germany, in the United States. in the beginning, as I was evolving, in my ability to teach, and there was a lot for me and still is a lot for me to learn, it was a little rough at the beginning. Still, it produced results. With the appearance of my wife, Kerstin, in this training program, as she has the experience, earlier on to be trained in ReConnective Therapy, which I never had, I always knew how to do it. So a lot more refinement in the training program with today what I see really great results. Then also in 2003, I remember one of my students, he asked me, Herwig, are you ever going to write a book? And I said, no, I'm not going to write a book because this stuff can't be taught by way of a book. It has to be in person. And he also kept persisting. And he eventually said, what is if you happen to die? You can die in a car crash, a plane where you're on can come down. So everything, all the knowledge is lost. Which I told him I was so touched by his care for me that he cared more for the knowledge I was carrying to be passed on than actually for me. But finally I said yes. And so I put everything together in book form in 2004, published the first book, ReConnective Therapy, a new healing paradigm, which basically contains all the information, what ReConnective Therapy is with a lot of background, how it works. Also together and in conjunction with the body and some medical knowledge and understanding on how the body functions in conjunction with the energy body. So it's a very particular knowledge in this book. And so that's about that. Thank you.